Alright, so before I start this video, I want to give the system specs of my computer. It's an Intel i5-2400, clocked at 3.1 gigahertz. I have 4 gigs of RAM. Do not tell me to upgrade to 8. I do not have the money for 8 gigs of RAM. And an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 950, that was a gift from my mother. So that's why I have that GPU. Alright, so let me explain why I'm making this video. So basically, I'm not the only one that's been reporting this. There are other people online reporting this. You can look it up yourself if you don't believe me. But what happens is that if you're playing self radio and you're driving around or doing anything and self radio is playing in the background, your frame rates and whatnot will just the game. It will just all take a dive. You'll see a lot. You'll be freezing a lot, like a bunch of micro shuddering and stuttering. That's very noticeable. Frame rates will dip to the 20s, that sort of stuff. But when you're playing a radio station that's not self radio, like a LS rock radio, whatever you call it, your frame rate stays constant and it stays stable. So to prove my point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a course from here to here. That course right there, 4 times. 2 times with Liberty Rock Radio or any other radio station that's in game running, and then 2 times again with self radio running, and you'll see a major difference. And then after that, I'll just drive around for a while until my phone runs out of room, and I'll be swapping between self radio and whatever other radio stations just for the heck of it. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into first person mode. Note the FPS counter right here. Please keep an eye on it, and I'm going to swap over to this station here. Oh yeah. Also, due to copyright and whatnot, I'm not actually going to let any audio play through this video of my game. I'm not going to risk any copyright strike bullshit, even though I'm in total fair use. I can still prove my point, even with the audio being muted in game. Granted, well, technically it's not true. I'm listening to the game through my headphones. I'm dipping in the 30s, but I'm staying well above 32. So for me, it's still pretty smooth. Alright. Now, to swap over to any radio station that's running here. Oh, that's the Anderson music. I can let that play. Same course, no modifications done other than just plain self-radio. Ooh, 14, good, 17, good God, my frame rate took a dive. Of course, when I'm looking out way away from the city, my frame rate actually fairly stays constant. Like for instance, if I'm out here somewhere and whatnot, and I'm playing self radio, the frame rate's fairly constant. Rest in peace, whoever just blew up. Random 1 star is random. Fuck this game. Now watch this. The instant I shut off... Give me a second, let me get into a straight line. The instant I shut off self radio, boom! Smooth frame rates. Not 60 FPS battery smooth, but smooth frame rates. And of course, as you can tell, when I did a quick little blip up when I quickly moved to our radio station, my frame rate still stayed stable and constant. Again, once you move to self radio, frame rate takes a dip. But either when you turn off self radio or listening to any other in-game radio station, the frame rate stays smooth. So basically, RockStar has to do some optimization with self radio. And I know it can be done because there's another game I play called APP Reloaded, which lets you play your own music in-game too. And that game's frame rate stays constant and stable whenever you're playing that game, even though that game's complete total trash. It's full of cheaters. It's poorly optimized. You practically need a supercomputer to hit 60 FPS and to hit 60 FPS in that game. Now, as you can tell, once the Yandere theme or whatever you call it, school day, stopped playing and the two random chatterboxes started doing their yakking thing, the frame rates instantly took a dip back up. I mean, they went back to normal practically. That song, unfortunately, I cannot let play, even though I completely like that song. So, back to the headphones. Even though I'm 8 minutes into this video and I already pretty much showed up what I was talking about, I still want to go all the way until my phone runs out of room. So pretty much if anyone wants to leave this video, be my guest. As you can tell, with self-play running and I'm out here like the desert and whatnot, the frame rate is fairly stable. Granted, it just hit 19, but whatever. Granted, I am playing Macross Delta music, so that could be putting a bit of a strain on the game. It mostly did whatever Frey Frey's doing her singing. Out of the way, R8. Is that Prius? Like I said, it's more noticeable in the city than out here in the wilderness. But since most of the stuff we do in this game is if it's in the actual city itself, it's something Rockstar needs to look into. Oh, the frame rate! It's Xbox One. I mean, not Xbox. Well, yeah, Xbox One, and yeah, it's console quality for FPS right here. Oh, that's a Prius. No? Ah, I was wrong. Oh yeah, this song, the SAO song, I can. SAO thing. I'm not a dev first, so I can't play that. If I let that song play in this video, copyright Stack City. Stupid Sony. Even though I'm totally in the right. Because I'm using that song for educational purposes and whatnot. Yeah, it's actually fairly smooth with that song playing. He deserved it. Oh, the near buttery smooth FPS. Oh, the frame rate. Huh. Is that a Plymouth? Huh, I saw a Plymouth. Or at least the makings of a Plymouth. Well, frame rate's not always going to stay constant, but compared to when I was playing self radio, I'm okay with that.